Hello, welcome to Long Range X. My name is Nate. I'd like to do this video today because one of the biggest questions asked when it comes to elk hunting, and probably one of the questions with the least helpful answers, if any answer, is what is the best rifle, caliber, or cartridge for elk hunting? Whether you're a new shooter that's 12, 13 and you're just starting to get into the firearm world, or whether you're 30 years old and just starting to hunt elk, a lot of people want to know what the best cartridge to have is, and a lot of people beat around the bush towards the answer. Not going to mention any names, but the other day a gentleman said that a 270 Win was too small of a cartridge to hunt elk with. What it comes down to is every day we have newer and better cartridges coming out, like the 28 nozzler, or the 30 nozzler, the 26 nozzler. A few years back, 300 Ultramag. The 338 Lapua is getting more and more offered into different factory rifle configurations. And the thing about it is it seems like every time one of these new rifles comes out, elk slowly get stronger. It seems like as new cartridges come out, elk take a step into being immortal. And that simply isn't true. The most straight up, honest answer I can give anybody in the hunting world for any game, what is the best cartridge you can have to hunt elk with? Simply the one you're most accurate with. A 243 with a well-bonded 100 grain bullet at its ranges with a well-placed shot is a way better elk cartridge than a 338 Win Mag with a bad shot. I see people that go down to the range because they need the power of a big 300 Ultra Mag or a 338 Win Mag. The 375 H&H has even been thrown out there a lot, and they, off of a Caldwell lead sled, they shoot a 3-inch group at 100 yards. Well, that translates to a 12-inch group at 400 yards. I mean, it comes down to well-placed shots, knowing your rifle, good bullets. Those are the most important things you can have. If you're paying $5 a round for some of these bigger magnums and you're terrified of the recoil, you're not going to get near as much practice because of the cost and being gun shy as you are if you're shooting for, say, a 6.5 Creedmoor. Cheaper to shoot, less recoil, and a heck of a lot funner to play with. You're going to get more accurate and proficient with these rifles. Honestly, the 6.5 Creedmoor is taking its way to fame. It's one of the most famous cartridges out there today. Everybody wants one. With the right bullet, a 6.5 Creedmoor with, let's say, 143 grain ELDX is a perfect elk cartridge. 6.5 Creed with 143 grain bullet is traveling, this one here is traveling 2750. 270 Win Mag has been 270 Win, has been one of the most leading elk cartridges in the world. It in the 30-06, and the 270 is shooting 140 grain bullet at the same speeds. Always remember, accuracy comes before anything. Now, I'm not saying go grab a 22 and try to kill an elk with it. A 243 with a good bullet is probably on the light side, but at its ranges for a new shooter, it's doable. I would say the 6.5s are about as low as I would go. I've seen smaller cartridges do it, I wouldn't. The other thing that gets thrown around there a lot is what's the best rifle for hunting elk? Well, there's a million configurations out there. The lighter the gun, the more recoil it's going to have. You can go with a threaded barrel, like this one has, and get a muzzle brake. Takes away all the recoil, a little bit louder, but earplugs are cheap. But the thing about it is everybody's getting into long range, and one of the biggest things is everybody wants these big, heavy 28-inch Enduro contoured barrels with big stocks, and force beasts on them, and before it's all said and done, you have a 30-pound rifle. And it gets harder and harder to actually trail elk, and you get to going up and down hills and up in the timber and stepping over deadfall, and eventually you're going to sell that rifle and get something a little lighter. So always keep that in mind. You don't need to have a bench rest rifle that looks really good when you're out in the field. I try to keep mine a little bit lighter for packing. I can pack a little bit of extra weight. I'm a bigger guy, but not everybody wants to do that. If you have younger shooters or people that are newer into it that don't want to walk over a deadfall and around trees and stuff and up mountains with that kind of weight, it gets to the point of almost being ridiculous what I see some people trying to hunt elk with. And personally, my favorite elk cartridge with a heavier bullet, like a 162 grain ELDX, is the 7 mag. It's never failed me. I've used it for years. But again, mine has a muzzle brake on it, and I shoot it a lot. But that's just some thoughts on my opinion of it. Do with that information what you will. Please subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments if there's any more videos you'd like to see. Thank you.